What's up, guys? Give me 1 second. We had a crash. We're having to start over. Do this as part 2. As always, give me 1 second to reset things back up and we'll be good to go. What's up, Colton? Sorry about that, man. We ended up having a crash. As soon as I reset time, it crashed on me. We're just gonna jump right back in. It's like nothing ever happened. Colton, what you been up to, man? You been doing anything fun lately? You doing any grinding of any sort? Also, for anybody that might be lurking, if you locked on the last stream, I'm sorry we had a crash, guys, but if you locked the last stream, make sure you hit the lock button on this one for me too, guys. That way it'll share this stream around to everybody in case people doesn't realize that I'm streaming again. It'll refresh it and notify people. We had a crash, Muddin. The game crashed on me right as soon as I did the main menu reset. And whenever you're streaming from PlayStation, if your game stops, your stream stops. So it kicked me out of the stream. But everything should be flowing good now. Oh, let's go. Where's our second buck? Okay, so everything is managed now, guys, except one buck over here, it looks like. Which is really exciting, because that means that we'll get it down to one pawn left, and then once we get that other pawn completely managed, we'll be able to kill all the level 5s and be able to move on. Alright. Just for the sake of it, guys, I'm gonna run over here real quick and check this pawn because it can get solos on it sometimes, and I want to make sure there isn't any solos on it. Last time I left a little level 2 there, and I just want to make sure there isn't anything else. Yeah, hopefully the rest of the day we'll be able to go without hopefully the rest of the day we'll be able to go without anything crashing on us again. There's a few bugs right now in the game, and I've had Yuski Ridge crash on me once at one other time as well. Hey, it's finally snowing. I'm kind of hoping the snow is a little bit bugged because I would like to see more of it. It rarely ever snows, and when it does snow, it only snows for about a minute or two, and then it quits. Like, they advertise the snow so hard for this map for it to barely ever snow. And I really would think that they should turn up the frequency of snow and how long it snows for on both Medved and this one. And I think that, like, in wooded areas like this, where it's, like, light blankets of snow that covers the ground, I think that it should be, like, less frequent than, like, if you're up in the mountains where it's, like, deep snow. Anywhere there's deep snow, I think that it should snow more frequently, and then anywhere there's, like, mid to low snow, it should snow less frequently. But still be almost constant at the same time. Or maybe make it be heavier, where in certain areas it snows a lot harder than on other areas, but the frequency is the same. That might fix some stuff. So that one level 2 is still here. So it looks like that's the only one still here. Okay, that's good. Let's go look at this pond up here, guys. Make sure there's no solo on it. It's very high chance hunting. It's a very, very high chance. Right now, we may only have one pond left because we went to my secondary pond and there was nothing there for me to shoot. So I'm gonna do at least 2 more runs and make sure there's still nothing there. And as long as there's nothing there, I can say it's done. But yes, if we get these last 2 ponds done today, then we will be shooting all the level 5s and we'll be beginning the main grind. But I'm not going to start grinding though until I figure everything set up. So very, very high chance it'll happen. But it's not a guarantee. Like I said, I've only got another hour and a half to stream today, guys. Or excuse me, 2 hours and a half. I'm doing a 3-hour stream today, guys. So we're going to stream until 6. Right now it's just 3:30, so we got plenty of time. But it just depends on how nice Call of the Wild is to us. I mean, you never know. Those other 2 bucks could keep, on my first spawn down there, they could keep spawning in as big ones all day today, and it never worked, so. But if I'm able to close up shop on that second pawn, though, I can then move that to my next to last main zone and get that one set up. And then all we have to do is just go around circles until finally that other pawn gives in. And I might even start the main grind at that time, but I'm not going to shoot the level 5s, though. I may start grinding, but leave the level 5s alive until that other pawn finally gets managed down. Because I do that sometimes, too. If I'm just ready to start grinding and I only got 1 pawn left, and it's just like a couple of animals, usually I'll go ahead and start my main grind, and then whenever that pawn gets completed, I will then just move it over and have my grind complete at that point. So, we might do that, too. Alright, so there is nothing at this pond. So not gotta worry about no solos here. Let's go down here to the other pond, guys. See if there's anything we can shoot out of it. Your cat poops green? We did not need to know that. But welcome to the stream, though, Mag. Glad you was able to make it. Interesting way to introduce yourself there. They're allowed to talk about their cats, man, just as long as they keep it appropriate. Hunting, I'm not mad at you or anything, but don't tell anybody what they can or can't talk about, man. People are free to talk about whatever they want to, as long as it's family friendly, buddy. If you're joking, then I'm sorry myself, but yeah, just let people talk about whatever they want to, man. That's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. As long as it's clean, I don't really mind. No, don't wait. There we go. Let's have a gun both this time. Let's go. Oh, you're fine hunting. Like I said, I'm not mad at you or nothing, man. Just like I said, I just don't want anybody to be bossing other people around or anything in my chat or anything. Not that that's what I was thinking you were doing or anything. It's just I don't want anybody to feel that way. Everybody has free reign of speech in my chat, as long as it's family friendly. It's a hunting game, so I don't see the reason why people would want to be like nasty or toxic in chat. But if they are, I'll take care of it. Okay, so we got 2 off that pawn, guys. That's really, really good. So that means that now we just got to worry about this one right here. But I don't know if anything else is going to show up down there where it's already been at the end of the day. Let's go over here and see if that one came back as something bigger. She had 64 babies? That's a lot of cats. Yeah, I was raised around cats. They were all wild, but they were all tame at the same time. They always got along with the family and stuff. But seriously, stupid beavers. Oh well, I can still check things out, I guess. Where did Reed go? I'm not sure. Also, Glazer, that's what I'm going to call you if that's okay. But also, Glazer, make yourself home at chat. Talk about whatever you want to. If you have any questions concerning Call of the Wild, I think. Guys, forgive my dog. I don't know what's going on. Hang on, guys. Let me go see what she's barking at. She's looking out the back door barking at something. I'll be right back. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. My father-in-law is outside tilling up a garden, and she doesn't like the machine he's using. So nothing bad. Nothing's going on. Holland, you're kind of pushing it a little bit, man. Let's not joke like that, okay? Let's keep those kind of jokes off of chat. Like I said, man, I want to keep everything family friendly. I know you're trying to be funny. I know you're just joking, but that's kind of pushing the limit to me. So let's kind of dial it down a little bit. All right. I want everybody to be that's here to have fun and have a good time, but let's not do any kind of dirty jokes or jokes that's kind of like that. Dude, why does this tent always teleport to where I don't want it to be? And where are my deer at? Well, oh well. Interesting. Nothing's over here. Let's see. I guess I'll go back here and just see if there's anything here. Yeah, I know. But I'm kind of hoping that Holland can be mature enough to understand that this is a warning that needs to be taken seriously. So if he doesn't want to get anything removed from chat or doesn't want to be banned from the stream for the day, I'm sure that he'll clean up what he's joking about. Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean to nobody. I want everybody to have fun, but at the same time, you guys, like I said, I want it to be family friendly. Okay. So it's a warning for you, man. And Mag, I don't know if you were saying inappropriate or appropriate, but if you were verifying his jokes, it's a warning for you too. I don't want nobody supporting those kind of jokes either, man. Again, if you misspelled that and meant to say inappropriate, then just ignore what I'm saying, because that's what I'm hoping you did. But like I said, guys, I'm not going to tolerate any kind of dirty jokes or inappropriate jokes, and I'm not going to tolerate anybody trying to support them. This is a hunting game. It's a family friendly game, guys, and I expect my chat to be the same. Okay, just respect that. Just respect that for me, okay, guys? That's all I ask. I haven't looked at this pawn in ages. I don't know if there's anything over here, but I want to go check anyway. You're fine, Holland. But as I was saying to you earlier, I believe that you're new to the channel. I do have over 3,300 hours in the game, and one of every great one except the whitetail, which I have 2 of. And I don't have the tar, the black bear, or the fox. But if you have any questions concerning Call of the Wild and grinding, that is what I mainly am as a grinder. I'll be more than happy to help you with it if you have any questions. And as I always tell people too that's new to the channel, make yourself at home. But like I said, keep it family friendly. Like the stream if you enjoyed the stream today, and if you want to be a part of more of my streams, make sure you subscribe as well, man. As soon as we hit 500, we're going to do moderators, super chats, and memberships and stuff like that. So if you want to help support the channel, I'd appreciate it. But like I said, guys, we'll just let nothing happen. Let's just continue today. Have a great day with each other, guys. Just keep it clean and have fun, okay? That's all I ask. Come on. Dude, if this was a real four-wheeler, I'd already be halfway across this mountain by now. Come on. You're fine, Holland. Like I said, man, it's just a friendly warning. It's not even an angry warning. It's just me, just because it's your first time ever saying jokes like that on the channel. So I mean, like I said, I know you're just trying to be funny, and I'm gonna be understanding with you. As long as you just respect me from now on, I'll respect you too. Okay? I try to be fair to everybody. So no hard feelings or nothing, man. How do you be a mod mag? So people who have been here the longest and have been most frequently attending my streams and show that they're very educated in the game will have the first crack at being moderators. I've already got my first 2 chosen. I did have 3 at one point, but one of them hasn't really been around very much anymore. So I'm kind of debating on whether or not I need to do that person anymore. But there's 2 people that are here all the time, or at least here pretty frequently, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be instantly mods as soon as it comes time for that. But basically, to be a mod for my channel, guys, which I think I've already scared this pond off, I've gotten too close. But to be a mod on my channel, guys, you have to be at least 12 years of age. You have to know this game like the back of your hand. You have to be very mature for your age. And you also have to be able to answer questions that I may not know the answers to. And be, I need to be able to rely on you guys to take care of chat and not abuse your power of it. I don't want you rubbing it in anybody's faces that you're a moderator. I don't want you guys like trying to do my job. I want you still mostly just be here to have fun and let me do the disciplinary actions. But say that there's like 100 people that's in the chat at some point, or like there's hundreds of chats going through, and I'm not able to see everything. If you guys as moderators are able to see that somebody is being like highly inappropriate and I'm missing it, you guys will have the right to either warn them or ban them and stuff in places where I can't see what they're doing. But like I said, guys, that's basically my requirements. Is you have to be very educated in Call of the Wild, very mature for your age, and at least 12 years of age. And 12 years of age, guys, I mean, like I said, it really just depends on your personality if you're that young. I really would prefer people 14 or over, but I do know of some people that are really mature for their age and really can handle the job, especially with it being this type of game. So that's pretty much all I can really say on it, guys. But that's what I require. I'll figure more of it out as we get closer to time. Which, guys, by the way, we're only 20 people away from 500, or excuse me, 400. So we're only 120 people from 500, guys. So if any of you guys have any friends that you think you might like my streams and you want to try to invite them to my channel and help support it and try to get me to that milestone, I'd really appreciate it, guys. Also, if you're new to the channel, I want to let you all know that I do have ADHD and I'm also being tested for autism as well. So if you guys are hearing me stutter or getting confused at times or losing track of my words, that's the reason why it's happening. So just wanted to get that out there because a lot of people wonder why I'm struggling to talk sometimes, and that's the reason why. Oh yeah, I remember this pond. That'll work. Thank you, Holland. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate your support, buddy. And if you have a good time here today and you have any friends that enjoy these types of games, I'm going to see if you can get them to subscribe too. Like I said, we're trying to get to 500 as soon as possible. But let them know about my rules and how I run my stream before they join the chat, alright? You don't have the red fox, great one? I can't. You can't be mod. Well, I'm sorry, man. Like I said, once you're of age, you'll have a chance. Everybody will have a chance to be a mod at some point, guys. But you have to be the right age and you have to have the right kind of maturity for me to believe that you can handle the job. And if I don't choose you, don't take it to heart, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be very picky with it because this is my channel. I'm going to make sure that everybody does a great job with what they have to do. And if there's people absent, I want to make sure that the people that's taking their place that day is going to be able to be just as reliable. So I have to treat everything professionally, guys, whenever it comes to like letting people do stuff for my channel. And I hope you guys can understand that. Yeah, but the Red Fox, though, got my mag. Yeah, it's a rough one, man. I'm probably never going to do the Red Fox. Two reasons for it. One, you have to shoot both the male and the female in order to get the male and female respawn to come back in. And I'm not the best shot when it comes to shooting animals on the run, especially if they're going at full-fledged running. So I'm probably that's the main reason why. But yeah, I can totally understand that. The Red Fox is a tough, great one, man. It really is. Hunting, then you would have a chance to, man, but you'd have to be here on the channel for a while. Like I said, when we hit 500, it's going to depend on what month it is. And once I hire the first few moderators, guys, it will be a couple of months. It will be at least 2 to 3 months later before I hire any more, or maybe even longer. It just depends. Because I have to get to know you guys really well before I can decide if I think you're a part of it. Or it needs to be a mod, in other words. Again, I'm getting confused for some reason, guys, but you know what I'm trying to say. Ten left, E-Train, let's go. 10 until 400. Keep pushing those subs, guys. Keep inviting your friends and stuff, guys. As soon as we hit 500, the channel's going to have a major update. I'm going to hope to change my icon. I'm going to try to change my banner again in celebration of 500. And then we'll be adding moderators, super chats, and memberships. So, hopefully we'll get there before too long. Okay, I appreciate it, Hunting. But like I said, man, you're relatively new to the channel, so there probably will be a long while before I'll consider making you a mod. But like I said, it just depends on how much time passes between now and I'm 500, and also what month it is in the year. And if any of you guys have PlayStation and are able to make it to the streams where we're all playing together, which that will return probably later on after we get these great ones. But if you guys do have PlayStation and you're able to play with me where I can actually hear you talking and stuff like that in chat, and then I'll get to learn you that way, that'd be an easier way for me to be able to tell if you can handle it as well. But if you can't play because you're not on PlayStation, that's okay. I'll try to learn you through chat. Mag, I don't think that a headache medicine can be a mod. I'm sorry, man. And also, guys, do not ask me to be mods. Like I said, leave that for me to judge on my own. Whenever I decide that the mods are going to be mods, you guys will get a random invite to be a moderator, and then you'll just become one. So, if you're asking me and begging me for it, guys, it will not come to you. Like I said, the people who beg and plead are going to be the people that's going to push me away from choosing that. So, just be yourself in the chat. Be helpful whenever I can't answer other people's questions, and take the game seriously and obey my rules, and I'll consider you more than others. That's basically all it's going to take, guys. Just be yourselves. Just be polite and courteous in chat and help people when they need help. Aha! I knew I'd get a solo over here. Is that another buck? Looks like it's a doe. Ah, what the heck? I'll try a long shot. Haven't done a long one in a while. There we go. That'll work. That's alright, Hunting. You'll still be able to be part of the chat during those days. And if you ever, and there'll be certain times where you can just talk to me throughout the thing. If you just want to watch me hunt, that's fine. But I also do not care if people want to hit me with challenges and stuff while I'm streaming. Most people just rather watch me just hunt just to watch me. But if you want to try to be like, hey, try to use this weapon to get this animal on this map, if it's on the map that we're hunting on that day, I won't care a bit to do challenges for you. Just so that way you're still kind of involved and stuff like that. Or if you want to send me hunt for a particular species that's on that map, I don't care to try it out as long as it's a species I like hunting for. So I'll still involve you. But I will tell you that my attention is usually a lot more split during those days because it's all open comms. So I'm having to talk to everybody in real life as well as having to keep up a chat. So I don't usually see chat as much during those streams, but I do try to at least look down every so often and just see if there's anything I need to reply to. But yeah, Mag, if you are 15, man, you would stand a higher chance than other people who are younger than you of becoming a mod. But again, it all just depends on your overall maturity, education of the game, and how you behave in chat, or if you're able to play with us during live streams and stuff, during the streams that we're all playing together. And I can tell just by how you act that you can handle it. That'll help push it too. But just because you're of age doesn't mean you're guaranteed to be a mod, guys. And again, I don't want anybody getting offended if you guys aren't chosen. It doesn't mean I like other people over top of you. It just means I think we have qualities that better suit the role. I don't want to gift a moderator to somebody and then they have absolutely no idea what they're doing with it. And then I end up having to take them to basically fire them for being a mod just because they didn't know what they were getting into. Again, guys, it's just my way of making sure that nobody's feelings get hurt and making sure that the job gets done properly. How old am I? Holland, I will be the big 3-0 this July. July the 14th, I'll be 30. I'm 29 at the moment, I'll be 30 in July. So old enough not to be as energetic as I used to be, but young enough to where I'm not in the midlife crisis just yet. Let's see. I don't like how they get me back there in that little pocket. Okay, so I think those were solos that I shot last time because I definitely have less bucks here than I did before. I don't know where they went though. I'm young. I wouldn't consider me young. I'd say that I'm youngish. When you hit 30, I think that you're getting like you're still young in that case, in my opinion. And then when you're in your 40s, you're about mid-aged. And then whenever you're 60s is whenever you start becoming old, in my opinion. But I'd say that I'm about youngish. But where I have ADHD, though, I have abnormal energy compared to the most persons. So basically, my doctors always tell me that my age is like 5 years, like I'll behave about 5 years younger than my actual age all my life because of the ADHD that I have. Because my ADHD is the most severe case. So, which is kind of a good thing because it means I'll always be energetic my entire life. But at the same time, I don't know if that's good or bad. Your great grandma was 97. That is amazing. That's a blessed woman. Living that long is incredible. I've had a few family members that made it into their 80s, and I think I had a couple that made it into their 90s. And I knew of a woman who was like 105, and yet she still was able to get around and move around like a 70-year-old. Like she actually looked like she was in her 70s, but it was in her 100s. I can't get into detail about how I knew that or anything, or when that was, but I've had that happen. Guys, give me 1 second. I got a phone call. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let me refresh the stream. Like I said, if I get text or anything, it kind of goes away. Do. Wolf Boss has got a great one. Mule Deer, let's go. How deep into the grind were you, man? And also, you like hunting said, what was your combo? Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. I'm hoping that mine shows up soon, even though I'm not really like in the main grind at the moment anymore. I think this pond might be done, guys. I think we might be finished at this pond. Because I don't see the other two bucks on this side. Not that they're not here. But everything on this side looks like it is managed. And yeah, I think the ones that were over there might have been solos. No? No, they still have their zones, they just haven't came back in yet. Well, I guess we'll have to just sit tight for a minute then. Alright guys, we're going to go do another main menu reset. It's getting too late. The Velvet Pale Puff, dude, it's pretty cool. I've actually seen the one with the bulbs in game now, and I actually kind of like it. I didn't like it at first from just the pictures of like the reveal pictures of the great ones, but the one with the bulbs, the one that you got, I actually kind of like it now that I've seen how it looks in game. But the little one with the little tiny spirally racks, I'm still not very big on that one. That's probably my least favorite great one. If they made the spirals like where it looked like a kudu in a way, where it was like way up high on its head and was really thick, I think that it would be a lot cooler that way. And I actually think it would suit Great One a little bit better. But all the other ones I wouldn't mind to get. But out of all of them, I really don't really want the bulb antler or the this curly Q antler, as I call it. Everything else I love about the mule deer, and I would like anything else. Only 188 kills. Let's go, man. That's lucky. Oh, and that's mean to say about your grandma, man. Ew. Don't say that about your grandma. She can't help it. Also, guys, I haven't said it in a while, or I may not have said it at all, but if you're new to the stream, or if you guys are just lurking or having a good time here today, make sure that you guys hit the like button for me. Every time the like button gets hit, guys, it shares my stream 50 times around YouTube per like button hit. So it makes it extremely easy for new people to find my channel that way. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe if you haven't already. That way, if you're on PlayStation, you'll have chances to play with me in the future. You'll be able to see all my streams and content as it comes out. And it also can push us getting closer to my 500, which we can do moderators, super chats, and memberships at that time, guys. And then, of course, my overarching goal is to eventually one day get to 100,000. But I appreciate any support you guys want to give. You know what? That guy's antlers, I think, are now small enough for me to want to leave. That guy still needs to be shot, though. Yeah, I think that we'll shoot this guy, but leave the other one now. Yeah, he's definitely going to be on the lower end. His rack is still a little bit big, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I know, hunting. I was the same way, man. I didn't say anything, but I was really hoping I didn't crash either. Like I said, guys, crashes don't happen too often, but you gotta be ready for them, because they will happen. All right, guys, this is run number 2 at this pond. If there's nothing here for me to shoot this time, we're gonna do it one more time, guys. And if there's still nothing here, we're gonna say that this pond is now done, and that we can move on. But I need to see these bucks, because there's still a zone here for mule deer, which is right here, right up against the bank. And I need to be able... Ooh, it's snowing. And I need to be able to tell what they are. And for the past run or two, they have not been here, which means the game's either trying to load in something, or it means that the respawns are just kind of glitched at the moment and not really wanting to come in. I've also had it before where the deer actually are not there anymore, but yet the game doesn't want to remove the name for whatever reason. What's up, Will? Welcome to the stream, man. If you have any questions considering Call of the Wild, I have over 3,300 hours in the game, one of every great one except for the whitetail, which I have 2 of. I also do not have the black bear, tar, or a fox, just because I simply don't have interest in grinding for those. But yeah, welcome to the stream, man. Make yourself at home and chat. Just keep it family friendly. I am playing currently on the PS5. I've been a PlayStation 5 player since because I've been a console player my whole life, so I'm exclusive to the PS5. So I do all my Call of the Wild content and all my playthroughs on the PS5. This channel, usually I try to keep it at about 70 to 80% Call of the Wild, and then I do playthroughs on the side every so often as well. And as far as playthroughs are concerned, I actually have something really big that I'm going to be announcing to you guys in July. For the remainder of this year, there is going to be something that I'm going to be doing that I'm really looking forward to. And I'm hoping that you guys will be there for those playthroughs, because I'm going to be putting my heart and soul into them. Alright, so there's still nothing here for us to shoot. That's really good. Let's go check the house. See if there's any solos up here. Thank you, Hunt. I appreciate it. Do I care to play together? So, Will, right now, where there's a new map and a new great one, we're going to be mainly focusing on this for at least another month, or at least for another month. Until I start my new thing in August, we're going to be just basically doing my great one grinding. However, in August, whenever I start my new projects, I'm going to be bringing back what we used to do, which is every 3 weeks we would do a multiplayer session where we all play together as long as you're on PlayStation. And those streams usually last 4 to 6 hours at a time. So we go across multiple maps. So yes, I do play together with you guys. Usually about once every 3 weeks. But just from the fact that there's a new map and a new great one, we're gonna be just mainly focusing on that until about August. But in August I am planning on bringing back the multiplayer streams. Because it'll be easier just to do like maybe a stream of Call of the Wild a week where I just play with you guys, and then the rest of the week focus on my new project. But I'll figure all that out as time comes. But yes, we do play together on this channel. Make sure you subscribe too if you're interested in doing that, so that way you'll get notified anytime that we go live. And it's first come, first serve on those days, so the first people to be able to join in on the map will get the first chance of being able to play with me. And then the only way you'll be able to get in is if somebody leaves. So you have to wait for other people to leave the map. Or for us to change maps, because we do go across about 3 or 4 maps in one stream. Okay, so my bucks didn't leave, they just didn't have the respawns yet. Nothing in here really worth shooting, except for that level 5, which I'm excited to shoot him later. What are you back there? He's a little small, but I think his rack is big enough. Yeah, his rack's definitely big enough to keep. Alright. Let's go over here to this main zone. But what about you, Will? What have you been doing lately on Call of the Wild? Are you a grinder or are you a free roamer? Or a little bit of both? I'm mainly a grinder, but I do free roam at times if I just don't feel like grinding. Or I play other games, but usually if I'm on the Call of the Wild, I'm usually going after great ones. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't have too many trophies in my trophy lodge, because most of the ones that I hunt for in the game have great one species. I just haven't really went out of my way to hunt other species unless they're just opportunistic takes. Where I just happen to see a diamond or a rare of some animal I don't have yet. Do you think the Caribou and Yukon names got changed? They did get changed, Mag. I forget what they're called now, but they did change the name. I can't remember what they're called, though. But yes, the Caribou and Yukon have a new name. I do know that 100%. I just haven't been there yet. See, did that little guy come back as anything special? I think that might be his respawn back there. It's a little guy. Nothing here for me to shoot. It's always good news. Let's go down here and see if there's any solos down here on this pond. Grant Caribou, that's correct. Can you have a trophy lodge tour? Possibly. Maybe not today, because I just mainly want to focus on the Great One grind, but I do have some Trophy Lodge tours on my channel. I can't tell you exactly which stream it was, but I know there was one stream maybe a month ago or so that we did, and at the very tail end I showed off one of my lodges. Also, if you go to my Call of the Wild videos and scroll down, you'll be able to find a video for the Great One Red Deer Lodge that I made. And it's just called the Red Deer Lodge store, and it has every single rack that you can get of the red deer species, as well as the Great One, and as well as the Great One for the fallow deer, and a few of the cool trophies I got for it. So if you want to watch that Trophy Lodge tour, that one's actually been recorded and it's on my channel. But as far as the North American Lodge tour is concerned, guys, I'm going to wait until we get deeper in some of these grinds before I do a Lodge tour of it. I want to be able to complete my Huddle whitetail mount, and I want to be able to get at least 2 or 3 of these Great One Mule Deer. And maybe another Great One Moose. And then I'll think about doing another Lodge for it. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking to you guys about. The level 5 that's on that side of the pond, I said this earlier in the stream, sometimes he's here and sometimes he's not. And at this point, the doe is here, but he isn't. And I've actually kind of wondered if that's a bug, because he used to be here all the time with the doe, and now he's just kind of here every so often. I think I've checked everywhere that I need to check, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Excuse me. I think we're going to hunt around just for a little bit longer, guys, and we're going to keep on pushing the management. So and what I mean by that is that I'm just going to kill a few more real lifetime minutes just doing random stuff, just by looking at these deer and stuff. And then I'm going to reset time again and just do another main menu reset. And we're going to keep on going until we can figure out what these respawns are like. Because that second pond that I have, guys, I do believe it's done. I believe it's herd managed down to where it can be managed no longer. I think it will still get a few solos in there every so often, but I'll have to just run up there and check it. But I'm ready to get my main grind underway, guys. I'm ready to shoot these level 5s. I'm ready to get the main grind underway, and I can't do that until we retire these last 2 ponds. And if I can retire that pond, it means I only have 1 left. And we might be able to go ahead and just start grinding, but we'll leave the level 5s alive to kind of help with the last pond. Because I would love to start shooting these guys. Where'd my little level 1 go? I know I didn't shoot him. But I really do not know where he went. You know what I haven't done? I haven't checked this pond over here for solos. Let's go do that. This pond can sometimes get a second solo at it. When I first, my initial spawn on this pond was a level 2, so I just left him. And I'm too afraid to shoot him because he's just been by himself, and I'm afraid he's a solo, so I'm just going to leave him there. But I might go down there real quick. I can't ride the 4-wheeler, I'm too close. So we'll hoof it over here real quick and see if there's any solos over here, guys. What was my first ever great one? My first ever great one was a whitetail. I do believe. Hang on 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. We're good to go. Actually, let me actually backtrack on you there. My first ever great one that I ever got was actually... I really can't remember which one it is. I think it was the red deer. Yeah, it was the red deer because that was my first one. And I got it in 1,800 kills. That was my first ever grind I did, and I got him in 1,800 kills. My second one was a whitetail. Oh, come on. The second one was a whitetail that I got on Rev on Tilly Coast in 130 kills. My third great one was the moose, I believe. Or no, my third great one was the fallow deer. Well, and then it was the moose. And then I got the pheasant, and then I went back and got another whitetail. So I believe that's where my great ones were. Well, that's probably screwed up my chances of going over there and checking out what was on the other pond. And luckily, none of those were anything worth them keeping because I didn't even check them to see what they were. So I got real lucky there wasn't a legendary or anything in that. Do I watch Flinter? Yes. Flinter and Scarecrow are the two YouTubers I watch all the time. I did not actually know anything about grinding until about 2021. I was just a free roamer at that time. I didn't even know Great Ones were a thing or anything. I just found Scarecrow's channel and saw him grinding for the Great Ones, and immediately my obsession with the Great Ones were made. And I've just been a grinder pretty much ever since. But I also love Flinter. I think he's amazing at what he does. And those two guys are my idols for this game. They're the inspiration I have for trying to be a full-time YouTuber for this game. As well as play, and I've also done playthroughs my entire life. I used to have an old VHS tape that I used to record video games on, and I would edit it by just re-recording stuff. And so I've done playthroughs my entire life too. I love both things. I have a passion for making games into movies, and I have a passion for making concerts even. I have some concerts on my channel if you guys are interested in going back and watching the very first stuff I ever did for my channel, which was making concerts. Linkin Park is going to be releasing very soon, guys. I'm just nitpicking it right now and really trying to make sure the concert's as good as it can be before I release it. But, yeah, that's where all my passions came from. But yes, in my personal opinion, Flinter and Scarecrow are the two goats of the channel. I also think Lady Legend is amazing at what she does. I don't really watch her stuff, but I've seen enough to know that she's amazing at what she does. I've seen Chopper 2 and 1. He's very helpful, and he knows really well what he's doing. Ashley's Hunts, she joins ever so often, and I like her content. She does a really good job. theHunter is one of the newer streamers that comes into my channel, along with Jack, and both of them do good jobs. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that I've seen, but as far as like my beginnings in this game go, Flinter and Scarecrow was my main inspiration. Every time they have a new video release, I'm pretty much watching it immediately. I don't know how many people are still in chat right now, but YouTube is only showing 3. I don't think there's just 3 people here, but hopefully they'll come back if they left. I would hate to get a great one to spawn in and there'd be like only like 2 people watching me. But I guess they would be like, "Hi, we got to see it and you didn't." Yeah, I didn't think these would be back just yet. Alright, guys, I know it's a little bit risky, but I'm going to go ahead and reset time again. And, like I said, if it crashes, we'll just do a part 3. We'll just keep the stream going, guys. But it shouldn't crash on us. Alright, well, fall sounds good, man. Yeah, I don't know where everybody's going, but it's alright. People's got their lives to do, I guess. Oh, no. Crap. Let me think here for a minute, guys. I just now realized that I've been forgetting to count my kills. Let me see. I think I haven't killed that many, though. I think I've only killed 2. Yeah, I've only killed 2. That's right. No, because I killed 3, so there was 3 there. One second, guys, I got a text. Yeah, guys, I've killed 3 because I killed those 2 level 2s, and then I killed that 1 off this pawn. So that's all I've done. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, we're at 88 right now, guys. We're at 88 kills. Still just deep in the herd management. I think that deer's on the big side, but honestly, I'm just too afraid to shoot him. He's a solo, and he's in the range that I like him being in, and his antlers are not huge. So I think I will leave him. See, did that big boy come back? Okay, so... Ah! Darn it! That one deer just refuses to be anything big. Or at least medium-sized. Come on, dude. You're the only buck left. Can you please help a brother out and just come back as a little guy? Please? Ugh. Alright guys, this is our final run for this pond. If I come here and there's nothing here, we're going to keep hunting around for a little while, but we're going to double check this pond. If there's nothing here for me to shoot, guys, we're going to pull up shop and we're going to set up our next to last zone. And then we might start grinding. Because if we have only one place left, there's not going to be enough for me to shoot in order to entertain you guys like that. So I'm probably going to start my main grind. I'm going to leave the level 5s alive, just to kind of help my force that other buck to become a level 2. But we're going to check this zone, and if it looks like it's done, we're going to pull up shop. If it's not done, then we'll have to shoot and keep going. He'll be the great one? I hope so, man. It'd be awesome to get the great one in only 90 kills. I've yet to even break 100. We're 11 kills away from 100. That guy's good. It's a random ram. No, he came back as a big one. Shoot. Well, shoot far. Yeah, man. He's not in the zone I can shoot him at. I'll tell you guys what. To make my life easier, it's only this side that needs to be shot out now. So what I might do is actually move my setup to be on that side of the pond. That way I can shoot down here without having this bluff in the way. That's probably what I'll do. But this time around, I'm going to go down here and see if I can get him on the run. But I believe that's what I'm going to do, guys. I think I'm just going to change some stuff up for this place and just make sure. No, it's not the big one. There he is. There we go. Well, at least that worked out. I thought about it. Dude, I hope they fix this bug where your animals are like way far away from the screen. That's a funny pose. I've never killed a deer in that pose before. It looks like he shot him in the butt and he was like, oh! Oh, man. That was funny. You heading out? Alright, man. Hope you have a good day. Love you too, man. Give me 1 second, guys. We're going to go pick up this tripod. Yeah, this is going to be a quality of life change real quick, guys. Make it a little bit easier on me to be able to get this last deer here shot. go put a waypoint on this. There we go. Let's go find us another place to set up for this one, for this area. Also, guys, this might be a simpleton thing to say. Might be like self-explanatory. But if you guys end up in a situation like this where you're trying to herd manage and you only got one spot and it's like hard to hunt, just move. As long as the other zone is done managed, just move and make your life easier. A lot of people don't really want to go through the hassle of having to reposition everything, but it really can make life a lot easier. I've done it before and just ended up not even being able to use it before too. Where I've repositioned stuff and then I come back and it's already herd managed. Okay, so this is 160. Dude, here on this flat would have been so good to put the tent. It'd be a pretty place for it, but it's too close. Okay, now I'm stuck on a rock. That's not helpful. Let's see, how close am I now? This should be fine. Whoop. Wrong thing. There we go. Now to run all the way back. Can I find a hole up here? I can. There we go. That ought to be just fine. Make my life a little bit easier that way at least. Alright, let's go check this pond, see if there's any solos over here. Do I own all the DLCs hunting? Most of them. I did not get the most recent weapons pack because I'm still just okay with the ARs. I didn't really want the rapid fire pack, just simply because, like I said, I already had the... Hi. Where were you coming from? Oh, he's on this pond. But like I said, I didn't really get the newest weapon pack just because I'm okay with the assault rifles. Plus I'm not very big on the I don't know, I'm very picky with like what weapons I use, and I think the new guns are really nicely made and everything, but I just don't like that style of weapon. Except for the SKS, which I think is a really cool weapon to use, but I just don't see the reason buying a DLC for just the one gun. But I do have all the maps though. I do have all the maps, and I have most of the DLCs. Let that guy keep walking. I have no reason to shoot him. You're fine hunting, man. I'll still be alive for another hour and a half if you're able to make it back, but if not, then I'll see you probably next week. I'll let my schedule out next Sunday, or as soon as I figure out what days I'm streaming next week, man. But make sure you hit the like button for me on the way out if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you a little bit later, buddy. Hope you have a great day. Like I said, I'll be live until 6 o'clock, and it's just 4:30 my time, so I've still got another hour and a half. I really wish this was one of my main zones. If there's anybody lurking in chat, this is a zone I really wish I could make a main. But it's just been this way ever since I've got it. This pawn would be so good to get to have a couple of big groups on it, though. Sadly, I just ain't going to be able to do that. Hello to you too, Wolf. Nothing. Alright, guys, we're going to keep pushing the envelope, like I said. We're going to go ahead and reset time yet again. I really just want to get these pawns out of the way. Right now, we literally have 2 bucks. We have 2 deer that need to become little ones, and then we'll be able to start our main grind. What's up, Zero? Glad you're able to make it, man. You haven't missed anything. We don't have any trophies or anything. We're currently 90 kills into the grind, and we are down to just 2 bucks. We have 2 bucks on the entire map that need to be herd managed, and then once we get, and they're both on 2 different pawns. So once I get one done, which it could be at any time now, I'll be able to move that zone to one of my main zones, and we can actually start grinding. Where I'm gonna start shooting everything. I'm gonna leave the level 5s alive at that time, just to kind of help with the last buck that needs to be managed down. But once I get both pawns where they're completed, we'll go ahead and bust all the level 5s, and we'll just start grinding like crazy, and hopefully get him. I've been moving all my zones to where my main zones are each time that I get a zone managed down. So all we'll have to do is just move them these last 2 areas to where I actually want to grind from, and we'll be able to just continue. And then any other herd management and stuff, I'll save for them whenever I'm off stream, so that way you guys can just be here for the main grind. But yeah, man, good to see you able to make it though. This is part 2. We did have a crash earlier, in case you're wondering. That stream will still be on my channel, but it didn't last long. I went to do a main menu reset, and the game crashed on me while I was in the main menu. Yeah, we haven't had any rares. We have not shot any of the diamonds yet, so you haven't missed anything. If I am not mistaken, I think that's him right there. Because he keeps coming in as like a bigger one. But I think he came in as a tiny level 3 this time. So this pawn might be done. This pawn might just be done. I mean, I don't see any other bucks over there. Okay, so that means that that I need to go 3 more times. So I'm gonna go 3 more resets, and if that pawn doesn't change any, then that means I can pull up shop there. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate it, man. I'm hoping to get him. I'm hoping we get him. I really don't want the curlicue rack though. That's the one great one that actually would kind of like, it wouldn't bum me out by any means. I'd still be grateful that I had a great one. But I really don't want the tiny rack one that's kind of like spirally. If it was a lot taller, thicker, and wider, I probably think it'd be a cooler buck than what it is. But that's the one and only rack that I really just don't have any desire for. The bulb rack is okay now. I don't really hate it like I used to now that I've seen how it looks in game. But those are the 2 racks that I want the least. Okay, so that guy still doesn't have his respawn back. Alright, so guess that means I'm going to start looking around for solos again. Hi, puppers. My dog came over to say hi to me. Okay. Guys, on second thought, I'm going to have to step away for just a minute. I forgot that I have not realized that I forgot to take Mila out today, so I need to go ahead and let her go outside and use the restroom. Hey, Hey, we got a solo level 2. Let's go. One of them came back as a level 2 finally. I don't see anything else. All right, guys, I am going to stop here. I'm going to take that buck out whenever I get back, but I'm needing to take my dog outside, so I'll be right back in about five minutes or so. If anybody is lurking in chat and people join in, let them know that I've just stepped away for a minute, and I'll be right back. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Alright guys, sorry about that. I have just now returned. Getting ready to shoot this guy, I guess. Just to let you all know, there is a storm rolling in outside. I'm not planning on ending the stream by any means, but if there's lightning or anything that starts going, guys, I might end up having to stop the stream an hour early today. Like I said, though, I'm going to keep trying to go. I'd like to stream the entire time today, guys, and I don't like to end streams during storms. But if it starts getting lightning or very violent, we'll have to. But we should be okay right now. Dude, these cabins are so well designed. It makes me wish I could come here on vacation. Like, these cabins are just so pretty. I mean, who wouldn't want to live here for like a weekend or something? What's up, Zero? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yep, we are back for now. Yeah, the cabins are beautiful, man. I mean, honestly, this map is definitely my favorite out of the two snow maps. I don't know if it's my favorite map out of the entire game. I think it's pushing it, though. I just don't think I have had enough experience to really tell. But as far as, like, the species on the map, though, it's definitely my favorite for the species. It has all my favorite North American animals in one map. So, I mean, of course, it's a Manitoban elk instead of a Rocky Mountain. But at the same time, an elk is an elk, in my opinion. So, I still love it. We might try to do off-brand, as I call them, off-brand grinds a little bit. Where I might do a species that doesn't have a great one, and we're just trying to get the rares and diamonds for it. I thought about maybe doing that for the Rocky Mountain elk or what is it, caribou or reindeer or something. Even though they don't have a great one, I thought about grinding for like the rares and diamonds of them. Something kind of funny happened outside, though. My dog, some days she go out there and do her business and then come right back in. Other days she likes to lollygag around a little bit. And today was one of her lollygag days. She was wanting to go out there and sniff every little piece of grass she could find. And there was a storm rolling in. So, of course, I was trying to help encourage her to come right along so that way she wouldn't be outside to get stuck in the rain. And she wouldn't come. Suddenly there was a really big thing, a crash of thunder that happened, and she immediately went and pooped and ran up the stairs to me. It's like it scared it out of her. As soon as that thunder hit, she jumped and then just hunched on over, and then came running up the stairs to me. It was pretty funny. Cole, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Zero, you always wanted the whitetail. The maps I would recommend for you if you're wanting to do a whitetail grind is going to be Layton Lakes, Revontuli Coast, and this one, of course. This seems like it'd be a really good whitetail map as well. Ski Ridge. Is there anything special over there? But my two favorites out of the entire game, though, to do whitetail grinds, though, is definitely Revontuli Coast and New England Mountains, believe it or not. But I don't do herd management on New England because there's just way too many water zones. I do go and check all my zones for like initial spawns and stuff, but all I did was just choose which ones I wanted to hunt in, and I just set up for them and started shooting. But I did leave anything that I found that wasn't worth shooting. You just got your mule deer great one in 90 kills the other day. It spawned before a 5. Oh, dude, that's awesome! Congratulations, Cole. What was your what was the antler type? You'll have to explain it to me because I don't remember their names. But what kind of antlers did you have? I'm open for any of the big rack ones. Like, I really don't care what they're called. Any of them that's not the spirally rack or the bell top rack, as I call it, the ones that have like the buds at the end of the antler or something. I don't know how to explain it. Those are my two least favorites, but I do still, I think they're okay at least. But I do want any of the other ones. I think we're at 90 kills right now myself, if I ain't mistaken, Cole. I believe that's what we're sitting at right now is 90. Let me go check the calculator. Yeah, it's 90. Yeah, she is. And no, you spelled it correctly, man. She has all kinds of names. Her full name is Mila, but we also call her Mimi. We call her the Big Ham. We call her the Old Ham. I'm a girly girl. Whenever she's staring at you but doesn't want to do anything in response to what you're saying, we said that the lights are on. The lights are on, but there ain't nobody home. When she says that blank stare, but yeah, we all love her to death. She's just a spoiled big dog, and if she could be a lap dog every day, she would be. Pedal Puff for the wreck looks like the Last of Us fungus. Oh, gotcha, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too big on that one, man. I mean, that one is my least favorite one. The one that has the real tiny, spirally looking antlers on him. That's actually my least favorite one. If it was like a lot taller, thicker, and wider, and actually kind of had like a curl to it, like where it actually curved around like a normal rack does, I think that I would actually enjoy that rack. But where it's so small, man, I mean, that's the reason that it kind of throws me off a little bit. For a deer being called the Great One, I mean, I want it to be just that. I want it to be great. You know what I'm saying? I want everything about it. I want the size. I want the mass. But at the same time, I get that that's a wacky one. And if I ended up getting him, I would tax it, but I'd probably put it in my wonky lodge. I'm starting a new lodge where if I get any kind of wonky animals that is like really stupid looking and really goofy looking, I'm going to put them in that lodge. And I think that I'm going to do that for both the bulb antler and the spirally rack if we get either one of those. And then if I ever go after any other great ones and I get I get any of the crazy ones of the other great ones or racks that just look out of this world that's just weird, I'll put them in there as well. Okay, so there ain't nothing here for us to shoot. That's good news. Already shot one off that zone. What's up, Volks? You got the pedal puff with the typical rack, which looks like a small drop tine. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I love all the other ones. Also welcome to the stream, man. By the way, but yeah, that's my love. I love all of the mule deer great ones. It's probably pushing my favorite great one in the game right now, except for those two. I don't like the little teeny tiny spirally rack one, and I'm not very big on the rack that has like the bulbs at the tips. But that one I've grown to like a little bit more since I've seen it in a game. But it's still not one that I would like be crazy over. But at the same time, if I get any of the other racks, I'm gonna flip out. Like I love all the others. Let's see. Still nothing here for me to shoot. I love seeing it. Oh yeah, I meant to go over here and check this pond out again, but I can't shoot anything in it. We'll have to come back to that one another time because I need to get more pressure off of it. Let's go over here and see if that buck's over here yet. Yeah, right now I'm doing the reverse grind. Every time I do a herd management grind, I always start my grinds out by grinding the ponds I don't want first. So I'll go around the map, find all the zones, and I will and while I'm finding the zones, I'll choose which ones I want to grind in and which ones I don't. And the ones that I don't grind in, I'll actually set up on first, and I'll actually do a full-fledged grind, but in those zones. But I'm actually doing it in reverse. I'm trying to get them to be level 2s rather than wanting them to be anything big. And then once I get those zones to be level 2s or tiny level 3s, for the mule deer at least, at that point, I will go ahead and pick up shop in that pond and move it to where I actually want it to be. And over time, I'll end up moving myself to my main grind. Right now, we have one pond here that I think is done, and I actually think the other one might be done now too. So we're really close to being able to start our main grind. But we got 2 bucks that came here, and I'm thinking that these 2 were the solos that came off this pond and that pond, is my guess, because one of them came back as a level 2, and one of them was a level 4. And I haven't seen the respawns back yet at either one of these 2 ponds, so I think one of them is just bouncing between these 3. Or 2 of them at least, and then one of them is getting to stay here. So we're going to do a couple more runs, and as long as there's nothing else left for me to shoot, I'm going to go ahead and pull up shop, and we're going to take out all our level 5s and start grinding. Or I might say that for another stream even. I really don't know. I don't know if I want to shoot all the level 5s right now, or if I want to do it at the beginning of the next stream, but as time will tell, and I'll figure it all out as we go. Let's jump up here, see if there's anything up here in its place. But what you been up to, Zero? You doing anything fun today? If you're still in chat. Hey! What do you know? Wait. What the heck? Dude, these guys just switched places and I didn't even shoot the second one. What in the world? How'd that happen? I had a level 2 over here. No, he's still over there. Guys, I believe that all of our bucks have moved to this pawn, and I think that we're done. I think that there's nothing else for us to shoot at the other pawns. Again, we're going to give it a little bit of time just to verify it. This guy's a solo too, so I gotta give him time to come back somewhere. But guys, I believe that the 3 bucks that we're having trouble with, I believe all 3 of them came to this pawn, and 2 of them are now managed. The other one is still refusing to be anything small, but that's incredible progress. Up. I don't mean to crouch. You went to work. Not much has happened. Just a regular day with the public. Working on a vehicle of mine too that's causing problems. Oh, that's rough, man. Hopefully the repair comes easy for you, though. Hopefully it's nothing too major. At least you got something to keep yourself occupied with, though, I guess. Also, guys, make sure that you've hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. Hitting that like button spreads my stream around YouTube 50 times per like button hit. It is an amazing way for other people to find my channel. I'm faster and get more subscribers that way. So right now, where I'm a smaller YouTuber, guys, the like button, in a way, is actually more important than the subscribe button because it attracts more of an audience. So if you guys haven't hit the like button for me, please make sure you do that already. Just gotta help support the channel. If you don't want to hit it, I'll understand because I know it makes a playlist. People don't like that playlist, but it would greatly help me out. And then, of course, if there's anybody lurking that's having a good time here today, make sure you subscribe as well. As that'll get me closer to being able to get paid for what I do. Excellent, excellent. Let's see. I mean, I don't think anything would come up here and join this pond, but I might as well go and check. This pond is managed, but I know that it has bucks on it, so I might need to go up here and just look at it and make sure that there's no extra ones that have popped up here. Yeah, I know, Zero. I know, man. I know. Also, Zero, just want to put that out there, man. You might want to, if you're just now hearing me say that, I think you're quite a bit behind the stream, and you might want to refresh. Or if you know you're late in responding, then ignore what I'm saying. But that was a little while ago. Whenever I said that we were that close, that was probably about 3 minutes ago that I said that I was talking about those deers. So, if you know you're behind, then don't worry about it. I'm just want to make sure you're up to speed on the stream. It's still annoying. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. And I also covered your vehicle a couple of minutes ago, too. So just make sure that you're up to date on the stream. Make sure you refresh if you think you fell behind. And if you're not behind, then just let me know that you're just behind me and answering me. Okay, man. Well, as long as okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure you didn't fall behind in the stream. Sounds good, buddy. What's up, Jack? You just got back from church. Let's go. Yeah, we're nearly done with herd management, man. We are nearly done with herd management. We are now 91 kills into the grind, and we're only able to kill a buck here and there right now. But we only got 2 bucks left that need to be managed down. Maybe. We had 3 of them that came to one of the ponds, and I think it may have been those 3, so we might actually be done. We might only have 1 buck left now. But until I figure out where he is or what's going on with that, though, I'm not going to move anything. I got to verify that everything is complete. I'm just coming here to this pond right now just to kind of see. Dang it. Come on. I had this pond managed. And I've got a big level 4 on it. Dude, that is so annoying. When you come to a pond and have a random solo that's appeared on it. I don't even think I can get a shot off on him now because I don't know where he went. Dude, are you serious? Got a big level 4 on this pond, and I had the whole thing managed. Ugh. Well, at least I know where one of them went. Dude, that's so annoying. Any trophies? Nope, not today yet, man. We got 5 level 5s on the map, but I'm gonna leave them alive until we know we got the map her managed, or at least until I know that all of my managed pawns that I need to get managed down are done. I'll deal with any extra solos in my free time off stream, but we're gonna go with about 2 more time resets, and as long as nothing on these other 2 pawns change, we are going to go ahead and pull up shop and start our main grind. I don't know if we'll shoot the level 5s today or not, though. We have an hour left, and I would like for most people to be there to see me shoot the level 5s if I'm going to do that. So, we might just do some, we might just keep doing management today and just keep going around these solo pawns and stuff and just making sure that we get it completely managed, and then next week we might start the main grind. But, we'll see. If we end up getting lucky, and all the animals end up coming back as level 2s today, then we'll definitely go ahead and just get it started. Like this pawn right here, and this pawn right here is it. That's it. Once I know that those pawns are as managed as they can be, I will pull up shop and we're going to move the 1 tent up here to this pawn. And then the other tent is going to go, excuse me. The other tent, I believe, was going to go somewhere, oh yeah, all the way down here. This pawn right here. And then that's going to complete my grind. At that point, we can start grinding. So I'm just waiting on these 2 zones to be completely done, and then at that point, I can pull up shop and we can say we can start grinding. Zero, there is 1 pawn that I've had trouble with, which is this one. If this is the pawn that you're having trouble with, my trouble is that if I put my tent on this side of the pawn and tried to shoot and then fast traveled over here, half the group would not be showing up until I fast traveled over here, and all of a sudden they were on top of me and would just run. However, I did find out that if you put the tent on the left side of the pawn, and it doesn't matter which side, but I like the setup that I have here, it actually would show the entire group instead of half of it. And if that's the bug that you're having, that's how I fixed it. So I put my tent down here on this road, and then I have a duck blind right here on the edge of this hill that I'm hunting from, and it keeps anything from getting spooked, and it also allows me to see this entire group instead of just half of it. But other than that, though, I haven't had any trouble other than that I know of. Alright, Jack, sounds good. I'll see you when you get back, man. Everyone like and sub soon get to 500 and officially hire moderators, super chats, and memberships. Let's go, Fallow. You know it, man. You know it. We got 490 today. We're 10 away. Or excuse me, 390. We got 390 today, so we're 10 away from 400. And then we'll only need 100 more and we'll be done. I like what I'm seeing, y'all. Once again, this pawn does not have anything to shoot on it. So that's 2 out of 3, guys. I'll always go 3 times in a row. I do 3 time resets before I pull up shop just to make sure there isn't any other respawns down here, guys. But it is official. That side over there looks like it is managed down. So we're gonna leave that be for now. I'm gonna put a waypoint on this pawn, and we're gonna run over here and check it real quick, and see if any level 2s are over here that we can hopefully swap places with the other pawns. And then we'll go check our second pawn, guys, and see if we got that respawn back for him. Thank you, Zero. I really appreciate all your support, man. You too, Fallow. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the shout-outs, buddy. I hope your channel's been doing good here lately. I haven't been over there in a little while, but I hope that your channel's growing still. I hope you're still having a good time over there. Oh, you're 219? Let's go, man. Nice job. Love to see it, brother. I love to see that everybody's growing. Yeah, it always does, man. Anytime somebody hits the like button for me, that's like the biggest thing for both of us right now, Fallow. The like button getting hit is actually more important for us in a way than the subscription button, because every time someone hits like, it shares our stuff around YouTube 50 times. And each time it's hit, that's like 50 shares. That's like 50 chances of somebody new finding our channel. And when we're trying to grow, we need as many likes as we can get. And then subscriptions always help, but honestly, the later you get into your career, the more important subscriptions become, and the less important likes are. Especially if you ever hit 100. Excuse me. Especially if you ever hit 100,000, because then you can do like full time on YouTube. And obviously, they're both still important from then on, but it's like you've got the subscribers at that point. You know what I mean? You still want them to help increase the amount of money that you can make through YouTube, but but you have your tenure at that point. Like, you know that you can be full-time at that time. So trying to get to that point, like buttons are actually a lot more important in a way than subscriptions. But obviously you want the subs as well. You have 134 public watch hours. Fallow, if you haven't done any shorts or anything, my shorts have actually got me most of my watch hours. With most of my shorts getting over 1,000 views and stuff like that, and several and I think my most recent one where I was talking to the deer that was like suffering from trauma, that one made over 1,000 views, and it had over like 20. It was like my highest liked video of my short I've ever done, with like 20 something likes, I believe, or something like that. And I got a subscriber off of it too. So if you haven't done shorts, you might want to look into doing some of them, because I'm right now I think at like 1,500 out of 3,000. So it's very possible that I could do it this year. It's very, very possible, but I have to get 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours before I can do memberships and stuff. I'll still do moderators at 500 to celebrate, but I can't actually open up super chats and stuff until I hit all the requirements. Dude, this hill, why can't I run up it? It looks so runnable. I mean, we're getting up the hill, but it's taking us forever. Yeah, I get you, man. I mean, my streams get a lot of attention too. I mean, obviously streaming is really good for us. Anything you put out, honestly, is good. But as you notice, I'm more of a streamer and a short creator. So like, all my content comes from streaming. So like, that's why I do very long streams, is so that way I have a lot more chances at something happening that I can make shorts out of or videos out of. And then every so often I might do some videos, but I have noticed that my videos unfortunately don't attract that big of an audience, whereas my shorts attract a big audience. So I've decided to kind of mainly focus on just that, where I'm kind of let the videos go off to the side a little bit. I'll still do them in the future and stuff, but I'm probably going to wait until I'm ready to do like great one guides and stuff like that before I actually make content. I'll probably just do shorts and live streams until then. Plus, I get more enjoyment out of playing the game than I do out of creating stuff for it, if that makes sense. Like, I love playing it more than I like actually creating videos and stuff, but at the same time, it's still fun to do both. I prefer just to be live and talking to people while I'm playing it. That's my favorite thing to do, is live stream it. He's to your watch hours right now. I don't know what you're meaning, Fallow. You'll have to rephrase that sentence for me. I'm not sure what you're saying there. That hill's so annoying when I don't have to climb it later. Yeah, I know, man. You can actually go around it, but it's actually longer. Like, the path I just took is actually a pretty good path to take. And if you need to rewind the stream to look at it, you can. But I have found that is a lot easier to do than to go all the way around the mountain. But this is going to be a main grind spot for me, though, guys. These are also constant deer, so this is and it's a frozen lake. Like I said, guys, I want my great one off of a frozen lake. That's the reason why I'm not grinding on the other ponds, is just simply because they have flowing water. And I really want my great one off of one of these frozen lakes. What's up, Jack? Welcome back, man. How many watch hours do I got right now, Fallow? I'm right around 1,500. Last time I looked, I think I was like 1,340. Give or take, and then I think it just updated again recently, so it's like slowly approaching 1,500. I got about half done. I'm about halfway there. Buddy, can you please go down here and take the place of some of my other deer species? I would really appreciate it if you did. Gotcha, Fallow. Yeah, Jack, how's your channel coming along, by the way, man? I meant to ask you. I've been meaning to ask you the past couple of streams, and it just keeps on eluding me, but I've been meaning to ask you how your channel's going, if it's still growing and doing well. Mine's been kind of spurty lately. I'll get a few subscribers here and there, and then it kind of dies off for a while. Guys, it is official. This pond is done. We've officially got one more place to check, guys. I am so excited you have no idea. That is 3 runs. There is no respawns here. I've done main menu resets and everything. This pond is going to be just a pond I need to come check for solos from now on. So let's go down here and disassemble everything, guys. It's that one. Fallow, I am not ready to announce who the people are going to be, but I will say that the requirements is that you have to be at least 12 years of age, very mature for your age, know the game like the back of your hand, and you'll be able to handle the job without letting it make you swell-headed. Whenever it comes time for me to do moderators, guys, I'll be putting out a video explaining what I'm expecting of you guys as mods. And then sometime later in that evening, I'll actually be putting out who my moderators are, and you guys will immediately be hired if you get chosen. That is my plan for it, at least. So, will you be decided? I can't say yet because then everybody's going to be asking about it, and I just don't want that to blow up. I will say though that as of right now, I'm only leaning towards about 3 to 4 people. And I'm not sure and there's a couple of them that I don't, that's relatively new to the channel. They've only been around for a couple of months, but they're at most of my streams. But yeah, like I said, I'm still in the deciding process. And plus, we're not near 500 just yet, so we need to get to 500 before I'm able to release that information. But I will say you do have a chance as long as you're of the age requirements and you're in my streams a lot. That's about all I can really tell you. See. But like I said, though, do not get mad or jealous or anything. Like I'm telling everybody, if you don't get chosen, just remember that you do have a high chance. The higher of a chance, the more subscribers we get, and the more people that join chat. 500, even if there's like 4 or 5 people in chat still in those streams, if there's only like that many that's joining the streams, I'm probably only going to go with 2 people. Because I really don't need that much help. But in the future, if we end up getting like 20, 30 people in chat, and everybody's always talking and stuff like that, then I'll need more help, and therefore I'll need more mods. So just keep that in mind with the future, though. If you don't get chosen, it doesn't mean that I like somebody over top of you or anything like that. It just meant that they've been here the longest, and I've gotten to know them the most, and I know that they can handle the job. Guys, this pond is almost done too. This is amazing. We might be able to start grinding tomorrow, next week, guys. I think it's too late today for me to get into a main grind. But we are very close right now, guys. We have 1 more run left in this spot. And if there is not a buck that takes place over here, then we'll be done. Let's go up here to the main zone. Again, guys, we're down to 1 pond. We're down to 1 pond. And then at that point, we can set up my main grind, which I'm going to set up another zone here in a minute. And we'll be able to get started, guys. We'll be able to start killing multiple deer instead of just 1 here and there. And I am ready for it. You have no idea. Okay, so it's still just a doe over there. Go check the pond. Everybody does, Fallow. Everybody has a chance. Like I said, I've already got my mind made up on 2 people. Because they've both been here for a very long time, and I know they can handle the job. So I've already made up my mind about 2 of them. I cannot release it until we hit 500, but I know who my first 2 moderators are going to be. But like I said, it just depends on how many people are in chat at the time. So when we get to 500, if we end up having like 20, 30 people in chat, I might do up to 4 of them. Like I said, it just depends on how much help I might need. But yes, you do have you and everybody else has a chance as long as you're of the age requirement, and I think you can handle the role. Zero, if I did not reply to you, sounds good, man. Right now, I believe. Oh, I didn't I keep forgetting to count my kills, guys. Hang on 1 second. I gotta add one. We're at 92, not 91. Because I forgot that I shot that little level 2 a second ago. But guys, I'm sorry for the lack of action today, as far as killing things is concerned. Like I said, I'm mainly just wanting to focus on my herd management. And once again, that level 5 that's over here is not here. I don't know what's up with him. He's only sometimes over here. But yeah, I have two level 5s on this pawn, but that one over there is just not reliable. He does not come out all the time for some reason. I don't know if I'm just not close enough and he's not rendered in or what's going on. Let's see. Oh yeah. I forgot I have a buck over here on this pawn that needs to be shot. Let's go over here and check this pond out. We might go ahead and check out the pond next to it too, just to see if it has a buck in that place. It's been a solo doe zone since the start of my map, but you never know if a solo buck could go over there and join her. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate it. You gotta go, Foul Hunter. All right, man. I hope you have a good day, buddy. We'll be on for about another hour, give or take. If you get a chance to join us again, but if not, I'll see you next week, man. Yeah, Zero, just watching how I do this is my technique of how I do grinds. It takes a little bit longer in some cases than other people's, but it makes it to where once you're done, everything on your map is managed, and you can just start grinding, and you don't have to worry about nothing else, usually. Every so often, I do have to still venture off and just check the solo zones just to make sure there's nothing in them. But doing this tactic just makes sure that you're doing it as you go type thing. Where, you know, I've heard Flinter and Scarecrow, whenever they're doing their grinds, I've heard them several times be like, well, I wish this zone would stop being little ones and this zone over here would be big ones. And it's like, if you would have done it from the very start, then by the time you started your grind, everything would have already been managed. You know what I'm saying? It does take a little bit longer, but it's a long run type thing. Like, in the long run, it's really going to benefit you if you do it this way, because it keeps your other zones from getting those little ones in them. Because right now, if I were to be grounding my main zone while doing this, all the little ones would end up joining my main zones, and they wouldn't. And I could not guarantee that they would be in the zones I needed them to be in. No, how did that not hit him? Dude, come on. Why does he have to be back here in this part of this part? I do have a tent on me. I really don't want to put a tent down though, just for this one deer. Dude, this is so annoying. That buck is literally right in the corner of this, and if I don't use a tent, come on, man. I guess I'll run this way and hopefully I'll run into him while I'm running. This is the only annoying thing when it comes to herd management, though, is whenever you get one pawn that's done, and you're like, okay, I can leave, I can start doing my main grind, and then it's like, you have animals that just disappear on you, and it's like, all of a sudden, now they're all back in the same pawns you just grinded. And it's like, I had that many solos, and then you have to reshuffle your grind again, because then you have to realize that some of your zones are nothing but solo zones, and they're not going to work for your main grind anymore, and it then forces you into zones you don't want to hunt in. Unless you destroy them, and then hope they go somewhere better, but still. It's all part of the game, I guess. It's part of the chess game of it. Zero, do you play Marvel Rivals, or does anybody in chat play Marvel Rivals? That's a game I'm really heavily into. Okay, they're gonna run. That's better than them attacking me. I'm assuming nobody plays Rivals, but that's okay. It's a third-person Marvel hero shooter, and I've been playing that with my wife quite a bit lately. And I have my best game ever a couple days ago, and I meant to record it and put it down on YouTube for you guys, but I totally forgot to. But I went 73 and 8, and like 73 kills and only died 8 times as Iron Man in one of the matches recently. I mean, I'm not the greatest player on that game, but I am a good one. I have 3 different lords on that game, which is Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Wolverine. And I'm pretty good as all 3 of them. Though Iron Man's my best. There is a buck over here. Is it just him? Okay, so we got 2 bucks over here that needs to be managed. That's annoying. But I guess at least the pawns are close to each other. You haven't heard of that game personally, so I'm a very big Marvel fan, and I also like DC to an extent as well. So basically anything Marvel that launches, if it's on console and it looks like it's going to be a good game, I'll play it. But it's a 6v6 hero shooter is what it is. And it randomizes what you do every time that you play the game, so sometimes your team might be trying to take over a point, sort of like capture, kind of like a domination, where you have to hold and keep a point for so long, and then when the time runs out, you win. And the other team is trying to take it over as well, so they can win. You also have convoy missions where you have to guide something on wheels from one side of the map to the other, and the other team is trying to stop you. And it's a free-to-play game, so you can play it at any time, and you start with all the heroes. Like, you don't have to pay for anything. And it's a very fun game to play. My wife and I played about every single day. I will say that the community is not the best on that game, though, as it's kind of a toxic environment, so I can't really, like, do voice chat, which can cost some of my games. Because it's meant to be a team shooter, so, you know, it's hard. If you can't communicate with your team, it makes it difficult sometimes. So you have to hope that the team that you get in is going to be really good, just on their own, if you're not going to be like participating in voice chat. But I leave my text chat open, but usually people can be pretty violent if you're doing bad in certain games, or not violent, but they can be really rude. So I don't really like do voice chat. But the game itself, though, is extremely great. It's very well made. It's a lot of fun. Every hero feels like the way they're supposed to feel for that hero. It's an amazing game. And then I played Fortnite the other day and had one of my best games best games ever on that one too. My wife and I was playing Fortnite the other night, and I don't know what my record was, but I just had a killer of a game. But I had a lot of kills on that match too. All right, let's go down here, see if this one's got anything. What's up, Hunting? Welcome back, man. Fallow had to leave. Unfortunately, he's not with us in the stream anymore. He said he had to go, and I haven't heard from him since. But he might be able to join us back in the next 40 minutes or so. Give me 1 second, guys. I got a text. Alrighty. We are good. Alright, guys. I do believe we are good to pull up shop here as well. Never mind. Dude, so he swapped places? I just moved this so that I could shoot at that hillside, and he moved to the other hill. Dude, my deer are being so mean to me. Whoa. Okay, and of course the game is going to leave Duke over there. No, I don't need a four-wheeler, I need Duke. There we go. soon as I say that we're ready to pull up shop, this guy decides to go to the other side of the pond, and we just moved locations so that way we didn't have to be on that side of the pond. That is so annoying. Why couldn't you come back as a level 2? You jerk! I'm pretty sure that was the solo that was up here, guys, the level 4. And I think he bounced back down here as a level 3. If I ain't mistaken. Alright, we're going to go ahead, guys, and set up one of my other main zones real quick. So let's jump down here. Like I said, guys, if we run out of time today and we don't get to actually start our main grind, I'm going to be starting it next week. I'm going to be working some over the weekend, trying to get this accomplished so that way next week we'll be just doing our main grind and we'll be able to shoot out all the level 5s and stuff, guys. So I'll keep hunting these solos even off stream. Alright, let's see. Let's go over here and try to figure out how we're going to set up on this other zone over here. Stop throwing my four-wheeler around. So annoying. Nah, that's close enough. We'll just leg it the rest of the way. Let me up. I just now realized in my title I forgot to include HM. I meant to say into the HM Mule Deer Great One grind. So that way everybody knew I was still doing herd management today. Not that big of a deal, but hopefully people didn't come thinking I was just going to be blasting away at the mule deer today. But if they did, then oh well, hopefully it was still enjoyable for them. But I'm guessing that's the reason why most people left, was because I was still fooling around with HM. I think that the top of this mountain will serve just fine, as long as I can put a tent on top of it. Come on. Come on! Surely I didn't have that big of a breakfast today. Come on! My character is built for feed, not speed. Come on, get up the mountain. Good grief. Alright. Oh, that's so pretty. The sun setting over that mountain over there, that's gorgeous. Okay, so my tent would have to be placed like right here. So let's go ahead and just do a mock tent placement. It might stay permanent, just depends on... Depends on what happens here. I want to see if I can see both sides of the lake properly. If I can, then I can just do everything from this one place here. Honestly, maybe right here on this little side right here. I love putting tripods on like these little ledges like this. But unfortunately, I think those trees are going to be in the way. I like it to be more open than that. So I'm going to have to put it down lower probably. So that may be like right here. Okay, let's go get a tripod. Fix the angle on this. There we go. Really didn't want it. You know what? Before I set up shop here, let me actually go check on the other side. Because it looks like there's plenty of hillside around here, so there should be a place easily where I can find where I can see the whole pond. I really don't want any interference from trees or anything if I can help it, or at least I want the minimum. At least now I know I can use the four-wheeler without having to worry about getting up a certain hill. I don't think. I'm gonna check this at the very top. I mean, I think it's gonna be too far away, but I know it's over all the trees, and it'd be quite a cool place to put a tripod. If I can maybe make this mountaintop work. And not kill myself in the process. Dude, if I can make this work, this is going to be such an epic place. I love shooting off the top of mountains. I just don't know how far away this placement's going to be. It's close. Sadly, I think it's slightly too far away, which is the sad part. Yeah, that's going to be too far away. It's going to be out of render. Dude, that's rough. It was a good thought, though. I mean, as you guys saw, there was like no interference there with the trees at all. It's just too far away. So, we're going to keep trying to find another place for this zone. Oh, try this at home, kids. Especially if you have a four-wheeler that... Especially if you don't have a four-wheeler that doesn't drive like a four-wheeler. As you guys can tell, I'm targeting mountaintops first because I know that they are going to be the most open shots. So far, though, the first place I was at looks like it's going to be the easiest. That flat right there actually looks like a good place. Let's go check it out. Sorry, guys, if you're getting if this is not entertaining to you. It's all part of the grind, though. You got to find out where your zones are going to be and how to set up for them. There's too many trees on this side. That's the reason why I'm not setting up here. It didn't look like there's that many trees from that mountainside on the other side. Turns out there was quite a bit. I really do like this pond, though, and I do want it to be a main zone if I can help it. Woo! It must have been a small storm that passed up earlier because it didn't even touch our house. My four-wheeler's struggling now. I'm just going to get off of it. This might be able to work. I just don't think there's a knob flat enough for a tripod, though. Maybe for a ground blind. And also, I think the hill is too steep for a tent. Is the other drawback. Okay, so this was the cliff face I was thinking about using. There's some little bitty places here that looks like it might be able to support a tripod, but the biggest question is going to be, can it support a tent? Because obviously you need a place to be able to fast travel to. Oh, whoop. I saw it. I saw it blink white right there. There it was again. There it is. Okay, so it's going to teleport it. How far away am I from the closest zone? Okay, we're good that way. Let's see. Can a tripod fit on this mountaintop? If it can, this is going to be an epic, epic placement. Let's see. I need to get as far down as I can, though, because I need to make sure that I'm not too far away from that zone over there. So I'm going to run as far down this mountain as I can before I try to find a tripod placement. Because this is really good for this side of the pond. I think this knob right here would be perfect if it would fit. Oh, come on. This is surely enough solid ground. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey! Yeah, buddy. Okay, I believe this is going to work, but we won't know until we come over here and look at it. If the deer are like down here in these trees, it's not going to work at all. But if they're out here in the open, and then these deer over here, then this is going to be a really good zone. Alright, all that's left now is to put a claiming tent down there. I mean, even if this doesn't work, we can still at least have the claiming tent down there ready to go. And again, kids, do not try this at home. I would not recommend this to anybody. Driving off the face of a mountain is not safe. Especially if you have a four-wheeler that likes to slip around like this. Which makes no sense. Turn. Thank you. Woo! Get back on. Oh, come on. Get back on. Come on, four-wheeler. We can do this. Ow. That's close enough. Right here looks good. There we go. And we can choose the four-wheeler to get across it if we need to. That will work. Alright, that's another zone done, guys. So all that's left now is to verify that this pond, which I think it is done. But we need to do another time reset, guys. And after we do the time reset, we need to go to that pond immediately, see if there's see if that buck is back on that pond. If he is, we'll shoot him again. If he's not, then at that point I can say that he's a solo, and I can go ahead and pull up shop at that zone, and I'll just have to go and check it every so often. And then, guys, we'll have our main grind set up. We'll have everything done at that point. And then we can use the rest of the stream to just check all my solo zones and just shoot some solos. But without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and reset time for what could be our final reset time before our main grind starts next week. So, this is going really well, guys. Hey, hush, Mila. Let's go do another main menu reset. Hush, puppy, it's okay. Hush. No, you can't cuddle. You get down. Trying to get up in my lap. You get down. You need a bath first, ma'am. You know that. Yeah, you're stinky. No, you can't get up here with Daddy. You're stinky. You stay away. Poor thing. She's so pitiful. Wait, what? Ah! Don't mind me. I'm sorry. Okay, bye. Yeah, guys, if you're ever face to face with a bear that wants to attack you for interrupting its nap, just run back into the tent. They don't like to attack you when you're in the tent for whatever reason. Okay, I can't see good enough. There's that guy. So he's apparently still going to be on this side if I have his respawn. Let's try to walk around here, guys. I pulled up shop and moved over here because he was always over there on that side. And then, of course, as soon as I come on this side, he jumps back over to that side. The one that I had to shoot, at least. I think he's a solo because he isn't always here. And like I said, guys, this is number 3, so if there's nothing here, I am going to go ahead and pull up shop, and I'm going to set up my final zone, guys. But where it's already where it's already about 30 minutes till the stream ends, I'm probably not going to start my main grind today, guys. I will probably shoot all my diamonds and everything next week. I don't recall that guy being here. I think that's him. I am pretty sure I did not have a level 2 with an antler with a rack like that. Either way, he is not here, so we're going to go ahead and call this zone done too, guys. I'll have to come and check for solos every so often, but I'm wanting to be able to get my last zone ready to go. I've already know what I'm going to do with it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an easy setup. And then we'll just spend the remainder of the stream just chatting if you guys want to chat with me, and we'll just check for more solos and stuff throughout the remainder of the stream. Next week, we'll move into actually taking out all the diamonds on the first stream we have, and we'll also move on to actually start doing our main grind. I'm going to work some over the weekend this weekend, guys, to keep knocking out some of these solos, though. And I'm sure some of my main zones will also have solos in them, so next week during one of the streams, probably going to end up having to lose some of the zones in order to manage them. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Thank you, Idaho. I appreciate you, man. Also, welcome to the stream, buddy. I appreciate you for subbing. Also, hit the like button for me so other people can help find my stream if you want to. And just a little bit of background on me. I do have over 3,300 hours in the game, and one of every great one except the whitetail, which I have 2 of. I do not have the black bear, fox, or tar, just simply because I don't have any interest in grinding for those species. But if you ever have any questions concerning Call of the Wild for me, I'll do my best to help you if it has to do with a great one species. And we also have some very educated people in chat most of the time if you need their help. Yeah, man, thank you for the sub. I hope you've had a great time being here today. Also, if you're on PlayStation, we also do Play Together streams. That's going to return in August, where every 3 weeks we're going to have a stream that lasts about 4 to 6 hours, and I actually will play with you guys over open comms and everything if you have PlayStation. Yeah, man, I appreciate the support. Hope you've had a great time today. The tent is the bear's greatest weakness. It really is, man. Bear's like, I want to eat meat, not fabric and plastic. Why would I want to sink my teeth in that thing? Give me 1 second, guys. I had a text. Alright, we're good. Let's go ahead and grab the 4-wheeler, guys. I already know what I'm going to be doing with this zone. I've already been over here, scouted out everything. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I need to do with it. Give me 1 second, guys. One second, guys. Alright, I'm back. Oh, welcome back, Wolf Boss. Welcome back, man. We are setting up our final zone, Wolf Boss. We are done with herd management, by the way. While you've been gone, we've actually got everything done. The only thing that's left is a few solos. And obviously, I'm sure there's some bucks that I don't know about in my main zones right now that are probably solos. But I am on my way to my final zone to get things set up, and then once we get this set up, we'll be good to start grinding. I don't know if I'll be doing any more if I'm going to grind tonight. It just depends on what happens in the next few minutes. But we will see. There's that. Put me a waypoint there. One second, guys. Alright, let's go over here and try to find a place for my other spot. Sorry about that, guys. I just have a few text messages I'm having to reply to. Alright, let's see how far away I am. So, still got a little ways to go. Let's see how far we are now. Perfect. Whoa, leaving the reserve. Okay, so the boundary is actually... So I'm actually over the boundary a little bit. Whew. Okay, so this didn't work out the way I thought it would. I thought I had the whole pond to play with. So the boundary is here. So what I'm probably going to end up having to do is actually put it on this side then. That ain't no big deal. I thought I could just be on the lake, just shoot them. Let me refresh my stream real quick, guys. Alright, guys, so we're only going to have enough time to probably set up this new zone. So let me go over here. Place that. Get my four-wheeler. But yeah, guys, we only have about 10 minutes left, so we're probably going to be just setting up this zone, and then I'm probably going to have to call it quits for the day. But hopefully it was a very fun stream for you guys. We are done with herd management, so next week, whenever we come back, I'm not going to touch this game, guys, other than just doing herd management. I'm not going to touch my grind at all. I'm just going to be working on some of the solos over the weekend, but I'm hoping to get all the solos managed down. And our next stream, guys, we'll be starting the main grind. So we'll be just doing a full-on mule deer grind whenever we return. We've made some really good progress, though, today, guys. In these 3 hours, we were able to finally finish the herd management, with the exception of a couple solos. And we're now got my entire grind set up. There is no more pawns for me to worry about. Everything is finally taken care of and done. And we actually have 1 tent to spare, so I might even be able to get another zone in if I can find another zone on the map I'd like. We'd have to use the 4-wheeler to retrieve stuff with it, but that would be fine. And there we go, guys. That is our final zone. Now completed. And for anybody who's wondering, this is going to be our setup until we get the Great One Mule Deer. So this is showing you where all my tents are, guys. All the triangles are all my tents. This is going to be our grind, guys. Hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, we will get this Great One Mule Deer. I think I'll try to pursue at least 2 or 3 of them on this map. And then from there, I'm going to move to Silver Ridge Peaks, guys, and we're going to get another mule deer off Silver Ridge Peaks. And then after that, I think that I'm then going to be trying to tackle another mule deer either on Parque Fernando or Rancho del Arroyo. But because I'd like to get I love these mule deer great ones so much that I really want to get one off every map that has a mule deer if I can. And then from there, guys, we'll move on to other species once again. But that is going to conclude the stream today, guys. We are now completely finished. We're ready to do our main grind. I'm going to work on some solos over the weekend, guys, and try to get them managed down. But we are good to go. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. And as always, guys, love you all. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you all next week. I will put out the stream schedule hopefully on Sunday or as soon as I get time to figure out when I'm streaming again. And I'll see you all next week for our main grind. Have a great weekend. You guys take it easy. See you next time.